Hello chaps. So I've been sent to change this compressor. This compressor here, it's died. Maybe the inverter as well, which is up there, but that's I'll show you that later. Yeah, basically the compressor's died, so I've been sent here to change it. So at the moment, just counting it, weighing it out. Got about 2 kilograms in there. So I'm not really looking forward to this, to be honest. It's a bit of a bitch, as you can see. Just looking in there, I've got to take this out, this bracket out, and then it's a real bastard to try and keep, lift it up. I've got to get these cables out of the way. Never mind. At least it's a nice day. Look at that, blue sky. It'll be a fine day here. So yeah, just currently on the decant. This thing holds about 5 kilograms, so still got a little bit to go. So yeah, hopefully it won't be as bad as I'm expecting. Okay, so I've decanted it. There was 4.5 in there, which isn't too bad considering there was 5. It started with 5 kilograms, and 4.5 isn't too far off considering how old the unit is. I'm about to get this compressor off. One little tip for you, if you have to work on these kind of 407C or just anything really, they can like to squash everything in. It makes me laugh when I watch these American compressor changes. They've got so much room, and we've got to work with this. Pipes everywhere and wires everywhere. It's just ridiculous. Okay, so a little tip for this compressor. Okay, you can see there's not much room in there. And now have a look. You see hardly any room to lift up, take away. So what I've done is I've actually sawn off. I've sawn this off, and I've sawn that off because it was such a pain last time I changed this. Trying to lift the pipe up to get it away from the compressor was a nightmare. I literally had, there was 2 of us working. One was brazing, and I was lifting it up, trying to get it off, and it still wouldn't move. So I spoke to my friend, and he said, oh, the best way to do it is just to saw it off and then just drag it out, and then I can unsweat the pipes from there, which is so much easier. So that's what I plan to do. So I'm nearly there, just got to take him out now. So there's a little hint. Don't be scared to get the old saw out and do some cutting. It wasn't easy and it was horrible, but it's going to be much easier than trying to braze it out. Okay, let's get cracking. Okay, as you can see, the compressor is out, or the old one is, and there's a new one that's going to go in. So I cut them out as you saw, and I've just sweated that off so it's ready, and I've also sweated that off so it's ready. There's a remains there. Little tip actually. These are the feet for the compressor, and they're really quite tall and long, and they're a pain in the ass when you're trying to get the compressor out, because you've got things like this in the way, this in the way. So what you want to do is you want to get this, actually you want to get 2 nuts, and you want to screw them on so they're like that on there, and then you can twist this out, because these then kind of fix on together really strong, and they won't move, and then you can just get these out. So when I come to put this compressor in now, I've only got that one. I can't take that one out, it's too hard, but the other 2 are out of the way, so I can just literally slide it in. Piece of cake. I'm not going to say piece of cake, even though I just have, because it's still going to be a pain to get in, but we're getting there. I'm hoping that I can just put this in, but I'm not sure it will. I might have to not bodge it, but just put some pipe in. Got pipe ready there just in case. So hopefully get the pipe work in, get it pressured straight away, and then I can put the inverter in. Okay. So the compressor is in, and we're on a pressure test right now. Just got my gauges hooked up there. We're all in. Not gonna lie, it was a bastard. As you can see, I got a bit further to take it apart a little bit, Firstly, getting it in, the feet were a nightmare. Trying to lift it up and get it in there, you're banging into here and banging in there and scuffing along here. In the end, I literally got one on, I think I got that one on, and then I stood up, lifted it up and just kicked the bottom in, and it went in. So after about 10 minutes of pissing about that, a good boot, and it got it in there. So that was good, I'm glad that's in. Then I had to braze it. Brazing wasn't too bad. This one was fine, this one was quite easy, as you can see it's right there. That one, I'm afraid, please don't judge me on my brazing, it looks horrible. And it was quite hard, only because I've only got like a small little turbo set. So it's really good for smaller pipe, but when you get to bigger pipe, it wasn't so good. I had to take this bracket off here so I could get round to the side and then do the side bit. So don't judge me on my brazing, I'm not great, but I've done better than that. But as long as it holds the pressure and it works, I don't care. So yeah, I'm now just going to patch it up, get it on the vac, and then I'm going to change the inverter board. Up here, there's the inverter board for a Daikin. So yeah, let's keep going. Okay, so I just got back from having a bit of lunch. We're down to 31.4, which is good. I still want it to go down much lower, so I'm going to leave them on. There he is, plugged in there. Got one in the high side and I got one on the low side, but also I think this kind of, these port and that port, if you can see down there, there it is, that would be the suction, but it's so hard to get to, it's pointless. I'd be scared of breaking it, so good job there, Daikin. But this one's quite easy to get to. I think these ones kind of do this bit, then these two, they do, sorry, these two, they do the pipes going down to the evaporator, because I think when this switches off, it's got a load of, I don't know what they're called, like solenoid valves and that kind of thing, and that closes off, so it's just pumps it down basically. So that's what it does. So I've got one on that side, one on that side, so hopefully I'm getting the whole system. I am now going to change the board. There's the old one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a crap load of pictures and I'm going to get some card and just make a note of what goes where, and fingers crossed will be good. So I'm going to have a little bitch about Daikin. Just about to change the inverter. This is the inverter board that I want to change. And so I got this part, I got this little capacitor which needs to go on there. I'll find out where soon. But if you look at the back here, you see that silver plate and a credit card size. That sits on the bottom of there, obviously. And there's some grills there, and you need to have some kind of heat paste to connect that to the bottom of the case so the heat transfer can happen. And dickheads didn't supply any paste. And that's quite important, because obviously if it heats up it could explode or whatever, and that's worth £450. So the dickheads at Daikin can even be bothered to supply some heat paste, so I had to then drive out and get some. I hope this will be okay. I believe it will. But I had to drive out, so that's cost me an hour. I've been able to leave it on the back, which is nice. That's come right down. But that still isn't the point. I've waited an hour to get some paste just to stick that on, which is a big fail, I believe. So Daikin, you're a dick. Anyway, rant over. Let's fit this thing and get it done. So, just had a complete nightmare. The board's fine. I got it in really nice and easy actually. This is the old one. And that strip I was on about with the paste, that was originally in there, and that was down on the surface. So I can actually show you in there. Can you see the grills there? That's like a kind of heat. I think it helps cool it down, I think. I'm not going to don't quote me. But that's attached to it to cool it down the plate there. I just had a nightmare because these little screws are very small, and it's quite windy up here, and me being an idiot, I put it in a box, one of those boxes over there. I put 2 screws in a box and I put it on there, and the wind blew it down there. I found 1 screw, but I didn't find another screw. So I was thinking, crap. I spent probably half an hour looking in that corner, the dirty, spidery, cobweb place. I thought, bollocks, what am I going to do? Luckily next door there's a hardware store, and the guy managed to give me a bolt just like that. He had to saw it a little bit to make it smaller, but it's in there and it looks quite nice there. So a lesson for you guys: little things that are very important, keep out of boxes and stick them in little terminals, just somewhere safe. Right, the vac is brilliant now. I'm on 0 tool. I've never seen 0 tool in my life. I usually like to get down to 2, so that is amazing. And I'll close them off here just so you can see. It creeps up a bit, but you know, man alive, that's a good tool. It's been on for like 3 hours. So I'm going to get some gas in, get it all together, get it going and get on, because I need a beer. Success! It wasn't that bad, but shit, I made it harder for myself. Yeah, so he's up and running, he's nice and cold inside. I took the gauges off, but the pressures were about 56 on the section, and it was only about 200, but I had it here and it was creeping up. You'd expect to see about 240. That's okay. So yeah, he's in, the inverter's in finally. I'm just packing away now and I'm going to go. I've got another job to do and it's 5:45. Great. Anyway, I hope this kind of was interesting or helped. Good luck if you got to do one of these bloody things. Anyway, that's all for now.